It took me 10 cycles on a viewer account to beat side 1 of Mach 12, so it's all up to Dr. Ratio's team now. This completely free-to-play team of Ruan Mei, Dr. Ratio, Tingyun, and Pela to 0 cycle stage 2. Hopefully we can do it. Let's see if it's possible with this team. Let's see how cracked out Dr. Ratio really is using a free-to-play team. Can he do it? I think he can, but you're gonna have to wait till the end of the video to see that. Because first I need to break down to this team to you guys, show you how it's built and how I think this is going to beat Mach 12 with a 0 cycle, because this is a free-to-play team. That means you all can run this team, so I think this would help a lot of you out. So let's go ahead and talk about this team now, how it's built, how it's run, and then we'll do the showcase for attempting this 0 cycle run at the end, and surely we get it right. Surely I didn't make sure this team 0 cycle before I showed you guys the showcase. Surely not, right? Anyways, let's hop into how this team's built. So now, gamers, let's go ahead and hop into our team breakdown here. Right now, obviously we're using Ruan Mei in the team. This team is really not possible without Ruan Mei. If you don't have Ruan Mei, then unfortunately you can't run this team we're running right here. I really don't have an option for you outside of this. If you're looking to 0 cycle anyways, obviously if you're not looking to 0 cycle, Bronny here maybe could work, but you're going to be running into some SP problems, I would assume, right? And as well as some health problems as well. Basically, this team doesn't let the enemy get a chance to really attack you that much. Maybe once attack a game, but whatever. Let's go ahead and talk about these character breakdowns, right? Now, starting off with our Ruan Mei here, obviously our Ruan Mei is E0, and for his light cones, we're running S5 meshing cogs. Yes, you heard me right, S5 meshing cogs. So we have free-to-play light cone here. Obviously, we have everything maxed out here just to make sure she's giving the amount that she can to the team. But hopping into like what her stats look like, she's at 151 speed. Taking a look at this break effect, 161 break effect here. For the relics, we're running 2-piece speed, 2-piece break with a 2-piece Von Whack as well. So that's going to be really, really clutch here. The reason I say that is because the 5-piece or the 2-piece Von Whack will actually push her forward, and it's going to be really essential to actually getting the early cycles off and making her attack early in the game. This also does give energy regen as well, which is really nice too. But yeah, that's really all about Ruan Mei. Let's go ahead and talk about Ting Sneed here. We have an obtainable 182 speed. Now guys, this is an extremely high speed, and this speed is not something you can really work around because you do need to reach at least 3 turns within the first cycle for her to actually pop off and do her job correctly. So this is necessary that you have this high speed, even if you need to sacrifice some attack or something else to actually reach this breakpoint. Dance is essential for this, right? This is S3. You don't need this S3. S1 will work perfectly fine as well. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. S1 will still work fine as long as your speeds are in check. Really what S3 does is allow you to have a lower speed on the rest of your team, but for 0 cycle, I mean S5 surely is better, but S1 will also work as well. Now let's hop into these traces here. We have 12, 11, 10. Okay, and not everything is maxed out, but we have everything just about where it needs to be, almost maxed out, right? And as far as the basic attack, you'll see in the battle that we do 20k basics with Miss Tingyun here, so that's correct. As far as relics here go, we're running 2-piece speed, 2-piece musketeer with a 2-piece ageless here in the middle. Taking a look at the stats here, obviously we're running speed here. We have a lot of speed in this kit, right? 7 speed on here, we have 9 speed here, we have 7 speed here, we have 7 speed here with an ERR rope, and 7 speed here. We have speed all around the board here. You really need a high speed with your Tingyun, but this is definitely obtainable if you farm and do the work to actually get this, right? Now, I will say, the most pay-to-win thing on this account is going to be this light cone right here, this S5 Pearls of Sweat. Like I said, guys, this is not necessary that you have S5 Pearls of Sweat. I will say running Pearls of Sweat is necessary, but not S5. This does give you basically a 100% chance to ensnare and a 16% defense shred, which does stack up with all the other ones. But like I said, it's not necessary. As far as stats go, we're running 163 speed, so she's cracked out of her mind with speed as well. Attack, all this doesn't matter. We're not worried about her attack here or how much damage she really does here. Because let's be honest, Mr. Dr. Ratio does all the damage we really need. So yeah, he's cracked out of his mind. But as far as traces go, yeah, we're just rocking a level 10 ultimate. And also you want to make sure that the talent is leveled up as much as possible as well, because you want her ultimate as much as possible so she can actually put defense shred on the enemies. I know you hold it sometimes, but we'll talk about that in the run. As far as relics go, we're running 2-piece speed, 2-piece HP with a keel. Keel is obviously going to give us more crit damage, which helps Dr. Ratio out quite a bit here. And as you'll see on screen, we're just going to briefly go through all these relics right now to see. Also, Eidolon's here is only E3 on your Pela. Your Tingyun is E6, and you kind of need her E6 to actually get guaranteed ults off with Ratio, so E6 is going to be necessary here, but as long as you're pulling on the correct banners, you can get this as well. And we actually have Tingyun coming up in a banner soon, so it might be a good time for you to pull on her. And finally, Mr. Dr. Ratio. What are we running on Mr. Dr. Ratio? He's at a 130 speed, a 73 crit rate, a 75 crit damage. We are running this Hunt Light Cone, the free-to-play Hunt Light Cone at that, the Cruising and the Stellar Sea, which gives us increased crit rate and stuff like that. Yeah, so completely free-to-play Dr. Ratio, first of all, right? This would obviously do more damage and do more potentially with a better Light Cone or a different Light Cone, right? But this is going to be really good for him regardless, okay? Hopping into his traits now, everything is pretty much maxed out except for his basic attack. Hopping into those relics now, we're running a 4-piece Quantum set. Why? Because extra defense shred. This is the set that everyone uses for 0 cycles, so yes, you do want this set here. We are running the 2-piece Glamoth as well. 2-piece Glamoth actually allows you to get a little bit more extra damage out, gives you attack boost and a damage boost as well. But yeah, we get the extra defense shred with the Quantum set, so very, very pog there. 10% extra to be exact. And with all the extra defense shred we're popping out here, yeah, it's actually crazy the amount of difference you get here. Eidolons is also E0. Now, gamers, it's the time you've all been waiting for, and that is going to be our segue to me telling you guys to subscribe to the YouTube channel, because not very many of you guys are subscribed, and I would really appreciate it if you guys hit that subscribe button, because only like 10% of you guys are actually subscribed. So hit that subscribe button, and surely you'll see great content like this in the future. Anyways, guys, let's go ahead and hop into this character showcase now. Another day, another victory for the OGs, and the only way that's going to be a victory is if you ult before Dr. Ratio goes here, because if you don't, you're gonna screw yourself over. Trust me, guys. You want to make sure you're popping his ult off before his turn even starts to make sure he cycled correctly. You cringe. Let's attack the robot lady. Let's go ahead and start working on that weakness here. You'll figure out why we did one basic attack on her or one skill attack on her later. Let's go ahead and hit a basic here with Ruan Mei. We're not using his ult yet because we want to charge this juicy, fat, thick pole up as much as possible, okay? Now, from here, we're going to go ahead and skill Mr. Dr. Ratio. Now, this part is very important, guys, so pay attention here. We're going to skill with Miss Pela here, and we're going to go ahead and spam Dr. Ratio's ult. We want to make sure his ult pops up before his turn's even used, right? This is so that Tingyun actually goes before him in the action order, so let's go ahead and do that. Drop the ult on her. As you can see, she's really, really low, and Pela's going to make him really, really low on toughness as well, but we'll also get the guaranteed follow-up here as well from Mr. Dr. Ratio, which will break her shield. Hopefully, it crits. 190k, a crit. I think we can call that a crit, right? Bam, hopefully this crits. Bam, huge damage. We don't want to do too much damage, though. That's the problem with Dr. Ratio. He does too much damage for 0 cycles sometimes. Now, from here, we're just going to basic attack here. Okay, hopefully she doesn't die. We don't want him to die. We need Dr. Ratio to attack him again. We need Dr. Ratio to get another attack in here, right? Come on, please don't kill. Please don't kill. Please don't kill. Okay, this is good. Okay, now this is huge, guys, and this is something that we need to keep in mind here. This is a 50-50 chance. Make or break your run. We're going to skill attack here, and when we go into the next phase, if it attacks the robot lady, then it's a pretty easy run. If it does not attack the robot lady, it'll be a lot harder run. So let's see what happens here. Let's see what her looks looking like. And boom! Surely it attacks her, right? Oh no! Kafka! We're gonna try to make do with this. We really didn't need that to happen, though. We really didn't need that to happen, though. Okay. Let's go ahead and just drop the ult on her. We really need her to take the extra damage over there. Okay, we're going to have to make do with what we have, though. Let's go ahead and ult up on Mr. Dr. Ratio here. Make sure that his follow-up attacks are doing the absolute most damage possible here. Bam! Okay, cool. We're going to break shield here as well. Yeah, we're going to just break the shield here. Ew, 23. Yeah, we're going to have her attack. We can't use her skill here because we need her. We need the ult back up whenever his turn comes around. And we need to start working on her weakness too. Hopefully, okay, Tingyun. I don't think this really matters if he attacks Tingyun here. She's not getting her ult back up for the rest of the time anyways. So it really doesn't matter too much like who he attacks there, right? We're going to go ahead and skill here, right? Now, everything is going to determine on what happens right here, right? He has to guarantee get a kill on Miss Sussy Sue Kafka right here, right? If he doesn't crit, we lose. That's essentially the game plan, right? We have to. Okay, cool. That almost didn't work out, actually. We're gonna go ahead and drop this on him, right? On her, anyways, right? Then what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna go ahead and hit the ult one here. That means he's gonna follow up one more time here. He's gonna. He has 2 more follow-ups. One being here, 130k. We need this to kill. That's the game plan, right? Is essentially you want this to hit first so Tingyun can break here, but we didn't get that luxury. So hopefully this kills, right? Because I don't think it's breaking his shield. We won! Oh, we did it! Boys! We did it! Oh my god, 20 cycles. And as you can see here, guys, if you follow my step and my tips and tricks there, if you watch it back play for play there, you can get you a 0 cycle just like that too, okay? You just gotta make sure you play it correctly. You need a little bit of RNG, right? Like I said, on that second phase, it really depends on who she hits. If he hits the robot lady, this run becomes a lot easier for you. If he does not hit the robot lady, then you really need to rely on more RNG and luck. For more crits, you also need to rely on RNG and debuffs to make sure he's getting extra follow-up damage because, yeah, just hitting the second lady, winning that 50-50 at the beginning really does increase his chance of winning by quite a bit, actually, because you can actually break with Tingyun and then get a big attack going in with him as well, right? So yeah, overall, that's what you would want, right? Because you obviously, when the enemy's weakness broken, you get extra damage out to the enemy. Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed today's video, and if you want to do this 0 cycle run in your account, then please try it for yourself. I implore you to. And by the way, guys, just as a heads up, I was joking about him not being able to get but 10 cycles on the first stage. I just used that as a bit of a joke for the video. His account's cracked out of its mind, but it is a free-to-play account nonetheless. So this is something that you free-to-play players could definitely aim for. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one later. Bye-bye.